Hey friends, TUXX here. This is a by request video. I've had people requesting that I review or do a versus video on the Sony NW-A306 versus the SURFANS F35, okay? And both these two players are players of slightly different price ranges. This one here goes for about $350, or they might be able to find itself for about $300 this holiday season. And then the other one is the SURFANS, which is more of around $100 to $150 player, depending upon discount and the current pricing and deals. Now, this is kind of a follow-up to the F22, and I do have a whole box on this particular player here, so if you want to see an unboxing and all the different features of it, sorry, I went on to timeout there, if you want to see the features of it, just check out that unboxing video. Okay, to start things off, let's check out the SURFANS F35. This is a player that was meant to be a follow-up to the famous F20, which is still a great player. Like, I highly recommend the F20. But this fell a little bit short, and you can see my whole unboxing video. I really tried to like this player. I really wanted to love it. I wanted to love it as much as the F20, and then more so, but it did fall short in some ways. A few positives: it does have a nice quality build to it. It feels very nice, and it feels like a quality, like a Astron and Current player. It feels nice in your hand. The buttons are convenient. However, there might be a touchscreen version of this, but this particular model, the screen is not a touchscreen. It does have touch buttons down here with kind of a tactile feedback as you hit them. It has that vibrating thing like a cell phone kind of in a way. And so you know you hit the button, but it's kind of unfortunate because I feel like I want to touch this and, you know, be able to pause it just by hitting the screen, but it doesn't do that. The buttons inside here are very convenient. The metal back and, well, metal sides, glass front and back feel very nice, and it feels like, again, like a pretty good quality player. So all in all, I am pleased with that. The sound quality on this is actually surprisingly good. I love the volume button here. It does have kind of a Japanese style. Love the fact it has a balanced and a regular headphone 3.5 jack on top. That feels like quality. It's something which the Sony one actually does not have. It only has 3.5. So that's something to think about if you're really looking for a balanced output. Now, the player itself does have a possibility of adding here a micro SD card and is USB-C, which is a plus, so very in common with other top current players. And all in all, not bad. Like, if you get this, if you're just starting to get into DAPs, and if you get this, you won't be solely disappointed, but you will feel a little bit lackluster about some of the things like the touchscreen not being a touchscreen, and it just is a little, not really laggy, but it could be a little better in performance, I think. Just in general, it kind of glitches every now and then, you know. But there's lots to love about this player, and it's a great start to playing with DAPs. Okay, great introduction to the hobby of, you know, high-end audio. And if you want to get into something that will play music that's not your cell phone, it will play nice HD files, you know, pretty well, probably better than your cell phone, you know, depending upon what phone you have. But again, there's just a lot of weirdness. Okay, so moving along here to the Sony NW-A306. This, of course, is a great player. This is the flagship little mini player. It's not Sony's smallest player, but I'm going to do my password here. You can memorize that. There you go. It is a great little player, which I do enjoy a lot. I have used this on flights. I've made countless videos about this, and they have, in case you haven't watched one of my more recent ones after the update, they have increased the volume. So a lot of people, their biggest complaint about this player, they say it has volume limiter on it because of the US and doesn't want to hurt your ears and blah, 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 compared to like the Japanese version. But it's good and loud. I think this is plenty loud when paired with a normal set of like Sony earbuds or noise canceling headphones, that kind of thing. You're gonna have a good experience. You're gonna enjoy listening to this for sure, you know, which is good. It does have a full touch screen where the other one does not, so that's a big plus. I got all sorts of weirdness on here. So these are all this particular memory card, which is right down here. Okay, so it says take a memory card, is USB-C as well, and just one 3.5 out. It does play high-end files, like really nice files, like DSF files that other players can't play. And so I really do enjoy that. I don't listen to the Beatles a lot, but as I mentioned, I have the Beatles on DSF, which is an amazing way to listen to them. Like, it blows my mind actually how good this sounds on this player when paired with Sony headphones. People have said, okay, well, the downside of this is not loud enough. If you get a big audiophile pair of, cans on your head, it's going to not be loud enough to support a high ohm set of headphones. And that is true, but I'll be honest with you, even more expensive models of the Sony and Astro and Kern, DAPs are not going to be able to, they're going to need a headphone amp. They're not going to be able to go to their full volume unless you have a headphone amp. But that's not really what this is for. This is for something small, something convenient, nice metal build to it. Love the ridges, just a very nice little player, that you can stick into your pocket. Now, there still is the thing, well, what if you get the Xperia 1 Mark V? Do you really need this, okay? And as I found on my recent trip to California, as much as I love my Xperia, I really do, this actually does have some extra bells and whistles that are not on the Xperia 1 Mark V. So if you want the best audiophile listening experience on the go, this is a great way to go for $350. Now, again, Sony does have more expensive players. The next one you go up to like 500 or 750 or even up to like 3,000 or whatever. They have all sorts of variety of players for all sorts of variety of budgets. But this is a great place to start. This is not a player to be ashamed of or anything like that. You're going to have like a optimum, premier listening experience with this little player. They really kind of shook up the market with as many bells and whistles they included on this player that are normally only have, normally they're only on like 1,000-hour plus players, and it's great that Sony included so much in this little DAP, So in conclusion, I'm sure it's no surprise, I would definitely take the Sony NW-A306 over this player. This player, again, does have some features, but honestly, if you're thinking about getting this player, I would get the F20, okay? And maybe I'll do a versus later of SURFANS versus SURFANS, but this player, although it's nice, and if it's your like something that you're getting is a hand-me-down or something, or just, someone buys this by accident on Amazon instead of getting the F20, the older player, because they think, oh, it's a bigger screen and blah, 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 because that was a complaint about the F20 is the screen was too small, and now you have a much bigger, beautiful screen. It's just not as good as some other players out there, respectable for the price point, but I would still pick something else. Like I would pick any number. If you go look back in my queue, I have all sorts of great players from different companies, and this would not be my first choice for the price point for sure. And maybe I'll do a video on that down the road. So anyway, guys, if in doubt, get the Sony. Still a great player. You can get it on sale now. Sounds amazing. You can't go wrong, okay? All right, friends. Let me know what you think. Send me a message, tuxtoys@gmail.com, or put a comment down below. But I hope you're having a good holiday season. And consider, if you will, giving the gift of a DAP to someone that you know or love, because it could be a great gift for the holidays. And music is just an amazing thing. For me, it's so important in life to listen to great music and hear it of a good quality, and people don't know what they're missing when it comes to HD music until they hear it. And they're like, whoa, like I didn't know music could sound that good from a little player, and, from actual headphones that don't cost $3,000. You don't need that, quite honestly, but a wired connection does help, quite honestly. So anyway, guys, enough preaching. Pick the Sony. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. We'll talk to you soon, okay? Link down below. Thanks. Bye-bye.